Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and in this video, I'm going to go over how to use being an introvert to your advantage in dating. So another one for the introverts here. I recently did a video about why introverts are attractive to women, and a lot of you seem to really like that video. I know a lot of you out there are introverts, as am I, so I'm always happy to help you out. I am well aware of the struggles that can come along with being an introvert, but I do think there are so many strengths and powers that you can utilize to your advantage if you know what they are and how to use them, right? Being an introvert is not a bad thing, but it might seem like it if you don't know how to utilize it properly. So this video is going to cover how you can utilize being an introvert to your advantage when it comes to your dating life. Number one, first dates. You're probably thinking, Courtney, are you sure you didn't mean to put extrovert in the title? Are we 100% positive? But stick with me here. Introverts are not shy or socially awkward. They just simply don't get energy from social interactions the way that extroverts do, which can sometimes make small talk or first dates feel a bit cumbersome or pointless. But that doesn't mean that you can't hold a conversation and make it a good one. This common misconception that introverts are bad at talking to people or can't hold a conversation is actually probably just social anxiety, which is something totally different. So when it comes to being introverted, we just don't like small talk. We don't like surface level conversations. We don't really get energy from interacting with people. But our sweet spot is interacting in small groups or one-on-one, which is perfect for a date. You don't have to compete with anybody for attention, and you can really just show up authentically and be yourself and try to connect with the person sitting next to you. Introverts often win people over by just showing genuine curiosity, caring, and listening. An introvert's listening skills are top-notch, so use this to your advantage on a date. These top-notch listening skills and genuine curiosity lead to a better conversation, and that person is going to walk away from the conversation thinking, wow, I feel heard, seen, and valued, which isn't that what we all want? I've also done a whole video about first date tips for introverts, so if you need a little bit of help there, you've got a date coming up, you're feeling a little nervous, don't sweat it. I covered everything in the video, and I will leave a link down in the description for you. Before I get into my next point here, I'm really excited that today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. Real talk, guys, how is your mental health? To be honest, I've been struggling a little bit lately, feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but I'm going to talk about that with my therapist and not make all of you suffer through it. Truth be told, it's really difficult to manage your mental health if you don't even know where to start, which is why I work with BetterHelp. They offer customized online therapy that includes video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. BetterHelp is more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and you can apply for financial aid during the sign-up process, and they accept HSA benefits. There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions, plus you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. So many people use BetterHelp that they are currently recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with BetterHelp. You can use my link to get 10% off of your first month at betterhelp.com/CourtneyRyan. That's betterhelp.com/CourtneyRyan. My next point here, number 2, is you don't rush. You don't rush into things or make rash decisions. You like to be thoughtful and think things through and make sure that you're making the right choice. We don't want this to lead to overthinking, of course, which is something that introverts tend to do, myself included, but I think this can help make sure that we're not making rash choices and we're making sure that we are making rational, well thought out decisions. So what does this mean when it comes to a date? Well, you might be thoughtful about your responses and the words that leave your mouth. And when it comes to a relationship, you're able to stay cool, calm, and collected in situations that might be a little bit escalated. As introverts, we don't like conflict, which can also be a bad thing because sometimes we become people pleasers, but that's besides the point here. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how to use this to your advantage. And I think the fact that you're able to stay cool, calm, and collected and really make sure that you're making well thought out choices is great for dating and also being in a relationship. Another thing here that is so powerful about introverts is that they're not in a rush to tell all or seek attention. This can leave a little to be desired and create mystery, which is really great for building attraction. Slow and steady wins the race. And I found this little quote about introverts online that I want to share with all of you because I definitely resonated with it. It says, "When an introvert confidently owns his or her preference for a slower pace, the message is, I'm not trying too hard, I'm comfortable with pauses, and I have time." That's powerful. An introvert is less interested in performing and competing and more willing to truly be with you. This mystery about introverts can inspire curiosity and wanting to get to know that person better. So your date might leave the conversation thinking, wow, I really like that person. I really want to get to know more about them, because you didn't just emotional vomit everything on the first date. There's something attractive about this mystery element of introverts because, again, we aren't seeking attention or validation or trying to tell all on the first date. This can inspire a bit of curiosity and wanting to get to know this person better. Number 3, you know what you want. You know who you are and what you want because you've spent time self-reflecting and being alone. Self-awareness is powerful, and it's actually one of the most attractive traits out there. This helps you assess your strengths and weaknesses and is also incredibly beneficial for dating and relationships. The more you know yourself, the more you know what you're looking for in another person. And I think this is really helpful when it comes to dating and making sure that you don't develop a scarcity mindset and you kind of go in with an abundance mindset of, okay, I'm complete on my own. I'm looking for something to enhance my life and enhance my happiness, not be my life or be my happiness. This makes you more interesting and attractive to your date because you aren't being needy or clingy or having this person completes me type of mentality. Introverts are also pretty picky about who they allow into their lives because they value these meaningful and deep connections and not just all of these surface level shallow relationships. So this can really help you when vetting through people and going through the dating process. Number 4, we have body language. So a typical introvert uses their observant nature to read the room and kind of be able to observe the people around them. They're more likely to notice people's body language and facial expressions and just really be able to read a room because they aren't spending the entire time chatting. This makes introverts really great at interpersonal communication. You can use your body language instead of your words. Not every single second has to be full of conversation. It's okay to have moments of silence or pauses. And I think it actually shows that you're comfortable, secure, and confident when you're okay with that. Show you're interested by making eye contact, nodding, leaning in. There are so many ways to show that you're engaged and interested and listening to the other person that don't involve just talking. And use your observation powers to better understand your date or the people around you. And to close it off, I found a little quote here about introverts that I wanted to share with all of you that says, "The best thing introverts can do for themselves is to respect and honor their own introversion, regarding it as something to showcase on dates rather than feeling like they need to put on an extroverted dog and pony show." So I know sometimes it can feel like we live in a world that is made for extroverts, and while that can be true for many reasons, I think if you know what your skills are, what your strengths are, and know how to utilize them properly, it can make a huge difference when you are viewing your introversion or using it to your advantage on a date or work or really any aspect of your life. I think just being aware and knowing these things about yourself can help you assess your strengths and weaknesses, and again, knowing how to use them properly. And again, I've also done a couple of other videos on being an introvert if you want to learn a little bit more, if you want to find out how to use this to your advantage on a very first date. Even though I covered some of it in here today, I gave some other really great tips in my other video, so definitely be sure to go check those out. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. Let me know down in the comments below some ways that you use your introvertedness to your advantage. Again, this is something that I've really had to step into as I get older and as I sit in front of a camera, right? It's not something that really came so naturally to me in the beginning. When I sat down to film my first video, I had hives across my chest, okay? I was so nervous even just talking to a camera, but really learning how to use my skills as an introvert instead of trying to pretend or be something that I'm not has really helped me feel a lot more authentic, genuine, and just fulfilled, I would say, in general. So let me know down in the comments what you do. I would love to hear your personal stories down below and help some of the other guys out as well. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.